Welcome back to Trades and Gains, everybody. I'm your host, Max Pitts, and let's talk about the elephant in the economy, the U.S. job market. Everyone's celebrating those rock-solid employment numbers, but is the labor market really as stable as it looks? Spoiler alert, it's not. In fact, it could become the Federal Reserve's biggest headache in 2025. Why? Worker shortages, wage growth, and inflation are brewing a storm that could derail the Fed's plans faster than you can say interest rate hikes. Let's dive into the drama. So here's the thing. Unemployment claims are steady. For the week ending in January 18th, claims only rose by a smidge 6,000 to 223,000. Sounds like a win, right? But let's not pop the champagne yet. While these numbers scream stability, the underlying issues tell a very different story. Think of it as a house with fresh paint, but a crumbling foundation. Now let's talk worker shortages. A problem nobody wants to admit is getting worse. Industries like healthcare and construction are begging for employees. And guess what? Immigration policies aren't helping. Deportations and tighter immigration rules are shrinking the labor pool. We're heading straight for a labor crunch, folks. And here's the kicker. Fewer workers means higher wages. While that's great for employees, it's a nightmare for the Fed. Wage growth keeps inflation sky high, forcing the Fed to choose between stable prices and a strong job market. Spoiler alert, you can't have both. The Fed's ultimate goal here is to keep inflation in check while maintaining maximum employment. But let's face it, they're walking a tightrope. Inflation is already higher than they'd like, and rising wages are only adding fuel to the fire. According to the Chicago Fed president, Austan Goolsbee, the Fed might have to rethink any quick rate cuts. Translation, higher interest rates could stick around longer than you'd hope. Oh, and don't forget the political angle. 2025's tight labor market isn't just an economic problem, it's a political one. With an election cycle heating up, you better believe politicians will be pointing fingers and making promises they probably can't keep. Because what's more American than a blame game during a crisis? So here's where we stand. The labor market might look shiny on the surface, but cracks are starting to show. Worker shortages, rising wages, and inflation could throw a wrench into the Fed's plans, and by extension into your wallet. The big question, how long can the Fed hold the line before things unravel? My guess, probably not long. But that's the labor market tea for 2025. Is this the beginning of a Fed-induced meltdown, or are we just being dramatic? Let me know in the comments, and hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell because you don't want to miss what's coming next. Stay sharp, stay skeptical, and as always, follow that money.